good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you might be. I'd like to talk about worksheets. These are the little tabs, as you're aware, that appear down in the bottom left-hand corner of your Excel file. When we open a new file or an existing file, we see the worksheets. The number of worksheets can be changed, but open up in a new file by going to File, Options, and include this many sheets when you open up a new file when creating new workbooks. So I've got one, but I could change that to 2, 3, however many I wanted. So we'll click OK there. Now, this particular data involves 3 personnel with their sales results for January. If I wanted to have a separate sheet for January and February, and then a third sheet for January, February and March, with each of the months appearing on the worksheets, then I can do that in a couple of ways. The first way that most people do is to insert a new sheet, and then they would rename that February, and they would copy and paste the data across from January, which can result in the occasional problem. So I'm going to show you a foolproof way when we're looking at all of the commands available in the worksheets. First of all, I'm going to right click and delete that sheet. Now when I want to rename a sheet, I right click on the sheet and click rename, and I can then rename and press the enter key. The next command is move or copy. Really important. When I click move or copy, what I can do is create a copy by clicking in the tick box in the left hand corner, and I don't want the copied sheet before January. I want to move it to the end, that is after January. So move to end. When I click OK, there is a new sheet named January 2, which I'll now right click and rename, and we'll call it February. So now when I press enter, all I have to do is add February to that column, and if I click on January, I'll use the format painter button and just copy the formatting, nice and easy. We'll have one more for March, so we're getting ready for March, so I will right click and move or copy, and I see here I don't want it before January, I want it after February, not before February, but move to the end. Now I'll create a copy, click OK, and there is February 2, which I'll now rename as March, and press enter, and now I can create the March sheet. Click in one of these to copy the formatting, and there I have my March sheet. So now I have January, February and March. Now what's the next command? Right click, view code. If you are writing macros, this is a quick and easy way to see the code behind your file, and the various sheets that I see over here. We'll be uploading a macro file video fairly shortly. Keep an eye out for that one. No macros here, but if I wanted to view the code, then I can right click on the sheet tab down here. What's the next one? Right click, protect the sheet. Let's say that I didn't want any changes made to this particular sheet. If I protect the sheet, I can put a password in there if I want to unprotect the sheet. There's a video, just a couple of videos ago, that tell you how to do that. When I click OK to protect the sheet, let's say somebody wanted to delete Tom's figures. They click on there, press the delete button. No can do, because the sheet is protected. To unprotect the sheet, I would have gone into the review tab, unprotect the sheet, no password, so I'm not asked for the password, and then I can do whatever I want. I can delete the figure. Now I'm going to undo that last action, protect the sheet again, no password, I'll just click OK. So sheets can be protected individually, that's the point that I'm making here. Let's right click and look at the tab colour. Some people, for whatever reason, like to use tab colours for identification purposes. So January, I'm going to put a tab colour of red. February, I'll right click and put a tab colour of, we'll say, that blue. And March, we'll put a tab colour, we'll say yellow. That's right. So there we go, there are our 3 tab colours. So when I click back on the tabs, I see the colours change. They are now colour identified. The last one, for whatever reason, I might want to hide a sheet. It might have confidential information in it. So I would select the sheet by right clicking and hide. And now January is being hidden. To unhide January, I simply right click on another sheet and unhide and say yes, show me January again, and there it is. If I select 2 sheets, let's say February, hold down the shift key, and March, and right click and hide both of those, I can hide more than one sheet at a time. So right click on January to unhide them, unhide February, unhide March. Okay, so that's how I hide and unhide sheets. So the control of sheets can be an efficient way of further using your Excel file. Not difficult, a little bit of practice, but there may have been things in there that I've shown you that you weren't aware of. Particularly remember the move and copy command. Don't forget, if you're copying, don't forget to put a tick in the bottom left hand corner. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe unless you've already done so, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.